Oh, this is the patch I've got to repair. It looks like there it's been jacked up, hasn't it? Or bent. So I can sort of take it down to about here somewhere. What I'll do, I'll just get the grinder sorted out and clean all this up. I'm only going to take it up to about there at the moment. Well, there is a bit of rust up there. I'm hoping it's just a bit of surface rust. It's not as bad as what I thought. Well, let's mark it out. A little bit rusty there. Well, this is a bit of cut out. You can see where it's a rusty. I wanted to replace it with some 1.2 mil, but I haven't actually got any. But I've got a big sheet of 1 mil. I haven't cut this out. It doesn't look that thick anyway. I'll just quickly measure it with this crappy old vernier. I'll get a decent bit, a little bit there. There's 1.2 mil. Well, I'm just going to rough a piece out of this big sheet. Well, that's the bit. That's not. That bit. So that's the top. Well, a bit oversized, but there you go. So that's the top. I want to cut it a bit longer. So what I'll do, I'll draw around it. make it a bit longer. So immediately, what I might do, make it a bit longer there at the top. The reason I wanted to make it a little bit longer, it's quite simple really, I just needed that top edge needs to be rolled over a bit. Alright, that's a cut. Well, I don't know if you can see how much you can see of this, but this top piece here has got a bit of a curve on it. So what I might do, just put it in the vise. There you go, isn't it? There's a bit more. That top bit I'm going to cut off anyway, I just want to slide. Do a tiny bit more. Well, I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve on this, so just wind it up a little bit. We'll put the glove on. You see I've got a bit of a curve on there. I'll just put a little bit more of a curve on it. Just a little tiny bit more. It does seem easy to actually take the curve out rather than put some more in. That's it. I reckon it's fair, actually. Well, we'll go and try it, but it seems to be raining on the outside, believe it or not. These rollers I bought, only cheapy ones, but they're actually really good. You could get some cheaper ones, but I noticed, I know you can't really see in there is the gears. These are steel gears. The other ones I was going to buy, they were nylon. I didn't think they'd last very long. Well, that's a bit completely finished now. The only thing is, when I put it on, I've cut that little strip off of there. But the only thing is, this end, there's a bit of a gap, right there. I can't really bend it in, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this piece on first. Then I'm just going to put a piece of metal over it, blend it all in. I was looking at the other side, and that's pretty much how they've done that one. So all I'm going to do now, well, it's nice and dry. I'm just going to get some of that weld through primer, give that a good coating on the inside. Well, I'll just give it a bit of a spray up in there with some of this weld through primer. Well, I've just welded that little tab on there. That's just to get the earth stuck on it. Well, it's all welded up. It's a bit hot at the moment. Just going to give it a quick grind up. Left the welder out just in case I need a bit more welding, but it should grind up quite nicely. I'll leave that little tab on. Yeah, well, let's get grinding. Right, this is the list of all the advisories from last year. Obviously it did pass, but it's got quite a few advisories. So I'm actually going through them. So I thought the advisories for last year are probably going to be fails for this year. So let's go through them one by one. Repair as soon as possible, battery insecure, I've done that. Front registration plate, deteriorated. But you can read it, it's so easy to read. Near side washer jet not working, no problem. Again, this one, clutch pedal rubber missing. Is that an MOT failure? I don't think so. It's got an oil leak. Well, I don't know if it has or not. I've changed the oil on it and filter, so I'll just monitor that. Near side exhaust, there's a minor leak. Well, it wasn't a minor leak, it was a major leak because the actual pipe has snapped, so I've done that. The ones I've just done are these two there. Is the near side rear seatbelt anchorage prescribed area is corroded but not considered excessive. Well, I've done both of them. That's all done there, so that's done. Brake disc partly worn. Well, that's debatable. Parking brake only just met requirements, so I'll strip the brakes down anyway to have a look at them. The two I'm going to do next really is the offside front upper suspension arm ball joint and slight play, and obviously the near side one. So I'm both going to do both of those. The bit that it says, just a note, sorry about this wobbling about a bit. I'm just actually leaning over something. Underbody vehicle has been undersealed. Now that's been not undercoated this that year, wax oil. It's been wax oiled all over the rust. I've scraped some of it off and it's rusty underneath. The only other thing I want to do for myself is a roof stain. So the big thing now, what I need to do, I need to get the car in because it's actually outside of the drive. How tight? I'll show you where it's going. All right, current plan, it's going to go there. Now I've got another car in the garage, but I think I can move it over a little bit. I can sort of go over, probably go over about a foot, I reckon. So I've got to get this car out. Yeah, I think, well, I've measured it, but it's got to go at a bit of an angle of a dangle because I've got all my storage up here. And ideally, what I should be able to do is actually move the storage there and put it in the corner, but it's sort of, as it is, it sort of works quite well. I bet you're wondering what the car is here, do you? Hold tight and I'll show you. Yeah, it is. It's a 1978, it was a 3 litre gear, and now it's a 6.6. Well, I don't know much expect. So this is the car when I first got it. It actually got it out of a field. A bloke had actually started restoring it, but the engine blew up. It had new wings and front valance. And it went from that, oh, that scoop on the top there, that was actually modelled, we'll get a bit of light reflection there, it was actually modelled on a Kellogg's cornflake box. And then it went to sort of yellow. I actually sprayed it myself on the drive, and I went racing. Sprayed it on the Saturday, went racing on the Sunday. Then it ended up in blue and white. And someone told me he's a professional sprayer, but it worked out he wasn't. I took it down to him and he sprayed it, but when I come to get it done again, painted again, he actually sprayed over a lot of grit and everything. And it ended up as it is now, which is bright green. There's a couple more pictures of it. And a nice one down there. I had to put some wheelie bars on it because the front started coming up. Fastest time on the track so far is 9.26 at 148 miles an hour. Anyway, I don't want to bore you anymore. Well, thanks so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And if you could subscribe, that'd be great as well. The bit I do like the most, which is quite sad, is actually the comments. I like sort of talking to you guys, and I like you telling me what if I'm doing a good job or a bad job, or I could do something better. Or some of you sort of won't be moaning, but it's about the music being too loud. So I've dealt with that now. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching so much again. See you later. Bye now.